Giovanni, welcome back to another moko walkthrough. This is a piece I did last year, I think, on the bro Turanga. Two forearm pieces, back-to-back days. Just going to walk through a little bit about my thinking process behind this piece. So let's jump in. He already had these two tainiko pieces on his inner forearms, and I knew I wanted to try and incorporate their design language into the pieces that I would eventually do, which is these ones here. I'll just go through them just so you can see right around the forearms. So there's the tops. Made them different, but from a distance they look like they're matching. The back side. Some close-up details. Bit of a stylized manaya, heavily influenced and inspired by mahi by Manawa Tapu. Go give him a follow. Last little close-up. So my philosophy with moko, when adding on to pieces that already exist, is I won't add on if I don't think my style will go with it. And I thought it could go with this one. So if you look here, you can see these lines that I've created. So there's 3 going down that way, and then on this forearm 3 going that way. And I did that to follow through from these tainiko that were already there, like I said, and I wanted them to both have similarities but also have their differences. So obviously this one, the lines are horizontal, and then this one, the lines are diagonal, following those lines of the tainiko. And this is probably one of the or one of my favorite integrations into existing pieces, and it's literally just because it's nice, simple, clean mahi, easy to add on to. And here you can see those lines carried on, and then these ones, I decided not to carry these all the way until they met up, but instead to just have them stop there. So there's little areas to catch your eye and follow the flow. This part here was an interesting part, because if you follow this, you know, they sort of go across each other and they make this kind of an X. I really liked the way that all of these lines sort of intersected. So if you have a look over here, you've got that intersection, got this intersection, you've got this intersection here. So those two mirror each other. This one centers them, and then they've sort of created a triangle. So that's another nod to the tainiko that's on the other side of the forearm. And then you've got all of these other intersections that sort of come through as well. And if you have a look, this creates another triangle. So kind of some of the inspiration, especially for this forearm piece in particular, is really having repetition, but doing the repetition in different forms, and having them have a reason and have inspiration from other areas of the piece. And on this forearm, you can see these lines that come here. So this was really about having the illusion of elongating the forearm, because you can see this one here has horizontal lines which kind of shortens it, and I wanted to contrast that with more vertical, flowy lines that follow the direction of the forearm. So you can see contrast is plays a bit of a role into this piece, or into both of these pieces. This is just a close-up, so you can see again more of that intersecting lines. and this one really highlights it well. This was just detail. I like when you can look at something from far away, because how I used to do Haunui is they weren't that readable from a distance, and even from up close they weren't as readable as I would have liked, but really was trying to go for something that was readable from a distance as well as something that was readable up close. And what I mean by readable is it's easy to see what's what. So there's a mouth, there's a nose, there's an eye, and you're not getting lost in the detail. And then this last part, if you follow these lines here, I've explained it in another video. So these ones go all the way through, but where this koru is, if I were to cut it off where the line should go, you end up left with a weird, just a weird line like that, which doesn't look nice. So I just left that going through, and you get the idea anyway, that this is still flowing through. But yeah, that's Turanga Edmund's forearm pieces. Hope you fellas enjoyed this video. Leave a comment on what you thought about it, and I'll bring more. Ciao.